we chant the morning Suprabhata. So we'll just see the meaning of the Suprabhata and go to the next. It's there in this book, page number 3. So, it's believed that Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya composed it, okay? So there are so many stotras. So if you do not know who wrote it, it will go to Shankaracharya. See, Aigiri Nandini, no? Aigiri Nandini is a very famous stotra. So generally people doesn't know who wrote it. So they say Shankaracharya wrote it. It's not Shankaracharya. It's actually, there was a great poet come philosopher known as, what was his name? Ramakrishna Kavi. Okay, so Ramakrishna Kavi wrote it, but people doesn't know, so they put everything. If you do not know, then Shankaracharya. So like that, this is also Shankaracharya. Maybe Shankaracharya, I do not know. But generally they say that all the Suprabhatams are by Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya. Okay. So this is Suprabhatam for Sri Bhagavati Lalita Tripurasundari herself. We'll see once we know the meaning, then when we chant, it becomes more joyous. We understand the meaning, and when we chant, it becomes more, we'll be able to connect with it much more. So we will see the meaning of this Suprabhatam. Pratasmadami lalita vadanarabindam bimbadharam pradhula mauktika shobhinasam akarna dirghanayanam manikundaladyam mandasmitam mrigamadojjvala Bhaladesham. There are panchakriyaha. There are 5 types of actions which we perform. One is to remember, another is to think, another is to perform, another is to speak, another is to bow down. Panchakriyaha. So all the Panchakriyas are offered to Jagadamba. That is the meaning of this stotra. First one is bhajami. I worship. Smarami. First one is smarami. Smarami, I remember. Chittam. So the most important thing is our mind. Now our mind should be focused. So the greatest tapas is focus of mind. Manasascha indriyanam cha aikagryam paramam tapaha. What is the greatest tapas? To keep our mind and indriyas focused is the greatest tapas. So all what we do japa, puja, dhyana, these are all in one way it is to train our mind to focus. So, Pratasmadami. Smarami. I remember. I remember. When? Afternoon. Midnight. No. Pratah. The beginning of the day itself. Morning itself. I remember. Pratah smarami. Aham pratah smarami. I remember in the morning. The first thoughts. What do you remember? Lalita vadana ravindam. I remember the face of Jagadamba. Lalita vadana aravindam. Aravindam, lotus. I remember the beautiful face of Jagadamba, which looks like a full-bloomed lotus. So enchanting, so beautiful, so soft, so attractive. How when the lotus blossoms, all the bees are attracted towards it, Like that, Jagadamba's face is like a lotus which attracts the bees of minds of her devotees. Pratasmadami. I remember. Instead of remembering this and that. Our mornings should be very, very, calm, quiet, refreshing. If our mornings are good, then our day also will become bearable. But the morning itself we get up and then think about this and that. If the mood goes in the morning, then the day also is ruined. So, first thing, the moment we open our eyes, what should we remember? Pratasmadami Lalita Vadanarvindam. Vadanarvinda, the beautiful beautiful lotus-like face of Jagadamba. Who is Lalita? What is the meaning of Lalita? The simplest meaning of Lalita is beautiful, handsome. Lalita means, the word meaning of Lalita is the most beautiful being. There is nobody who is more beautiful than herself. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to have visions of the devatas. How we see people like that, he used to see devatas. And he says that there is no other god in the entire universe who is more beautiful than Lalita. Such. Arunam Karunatarangirakshim Arunam. She is like Dadima Kusuma Prabha. Dadima pomegranate. Dadima Kusuma. Have you seen Dadima Kusuma? The flower of pomegranate. It is it's not red, it is not orange, it's some very beautiful color. Dadima Kusuma Prabha. She's so, of that color and then big eyes and such a beautiful. So that is Lalita. Most beautiful one. Lalita Vadana Ravindam. So I remember Bhagavati's face. And now, see, first when you think about face, means a face. Then the mind is focusing on each and every part of the face. First, Jagadamba's Vadanaravinda, which is like so enchanting, so much captivating like the flower. Which flower? Lotus, which is full blossom, naturally. And Bimbadharam. On that face of Jagadamba, the lips of Jagadamba is like Bimba Adharam. Bimba is a kind of fruit which is like cherry. Nowadays, bimbam, etc., we don't see, we only see cherry. So the lips are so soft and so reddish, naturally, not putting all lipstick, etc. Naturally, her lips are very, very red and very soft and very, the form is also so perfect. Bimbadharam Pradhula Mauktika Shobhinasam. And her nose is also of perfect, very beautiful nose. And on the tip of the nose, there is a Mauktikam. There is a pearl hanging as her Nasabharana. They keep it like this, no? What do you call that? What do you keep here? Natta. That one. Not here, here. So, here there is a beautiful pearl shining forth. You can see in Devi also. So, when it moves, that also moves and it's very beautiful. Known as Pradhula Mauktikam. Very big, nice, natural pearl is put there. Pradhula Mauktika Shobhinasam, whose face itself is very beautiful, and lips are so beautiful, and that nose and it is attractive with that pearl hanging from there. Akarna dirghanayanam. And how the eyes are? Akarna dirghanayanam. The eyes are so long that it as though feels like it is touching the ears. Akarna, karnatak, akarna dirghanayanam. Very beautiful long eyes, like the shape of a petal of lotus. Akarna dirghanayanam. So once upon a time, our concept of beauty, etc. changed. But once upon a time, girls, etc., they used to put their, what you call this? Kajal up to their eyes, ears, to show that the eyes are akarna dirghanayana, some Brahma to clear. But here there is no Brahma, that is true. Jagadamba's eyes are so beautiful and long, as though reaching the ears. Such beautiful eyes. Akarna dirghanayanam. Then Manikundaladhyam. And then ears are there. Oh, beautiful. Earrings are hanging there. Manikundala. Kundala means, that hanging earrings, jimki. There's a kundala. Okay? This is not our kind of thing. This is Manikundala, studded with all precious stones. Manikundaladhyam. Mandasmitam. Everything is very perfect, but face is always like. Then what is the beauty? The beauty of the face is smile. Even if a face is not that attractive, but the moment you smile, it becomes beautiful. Maybe a person's face is complete and very beautiful, but it is always frowning, there is no beauty into that. So, how is Jagadamba's face? Mandasmitam. There is a Mandasmita. There is a not like Tatakas or Surpanagas Satahasa. Very smile. Mandasmitam Mrigamado Jwala Bhaladesham. And on her forehead there is a tika. There is kungumadikam, which is made with the Mrigamada. Mrigamada musk. That which comes from the musk deer. With that they have put a tilak on Jagadamba's forehead. Now close your eyes and try to imagine all this. Pratasmarami, remember in the morning. Smarami, aham remember. Okay, aham smarami, I remember. What I remember? Lalita Vadanadavindam. Before the mind goes to all rubbish things, let my mind remember Jagadamba. How is it? Vadanadavindam. So beautiful like the lotus. Bimbadharam. And the adhara, the lips are like Bimbabhala. Very red and, soft and attractive. Prudhula Mauktika Shobhinasam. And mother's nose is so perfect and then shining forth with a very precious pearl. Akarna dirghanayanam. And the eyes are so long and beautiful, which as though reaching the ears. So beautiful eyes. Manikundaladhyam. And in the ears there are earrings which are studded with precious stones. Manikundaladhyam mandasmitam. And then the face is lit up with beautiful smile. Mrigamado Jwala Bhaladesham. Bhaladesha, the forehead, is shining forth with Mrigamada, with a tika, with a mark made by with the musk, Mrigamadara. Ujjvala Bhaladesi. Okay, so this is what I am remembering. First thing I remember, Jagadamba's face. Then what do? Bhajami. Once you remember something, then you bhajami, you worship it. But whom you do worship? What do you worship? Pratar bhajami lalita bhujakalpavallim ratnanguliya lasadanguli pallavadhyam Manikya hema valayangada shobhamanam Pundrekshu chapa kusumeshu srinir dadhanam. So I remember and then I worship. What which I worship? Prataha, in the morning itself I worship. What? Bhujakalpavallim, the 4 arms of Jagadamba. 4 hands of Jagadamba I worship. Lalita Bhuja Kalpavallim. How the Jagadamba's hands are like a trunk of a tree. No. It is so light, so beautiful, as though flowing like 4 Kalpavalli. 4 Kalpalatas are there. Think about, 4 Kalpalatas are flowing. What is the importance of Kalpalata? Kalpalatas are wish fulfilling. It's like Kalpavriksha. Whatever you wish, that will be given to you, granted to you. So Jagadamba's hands are there, which look so captivating, so beautiful, so flowing, like the creepers of Kalpalata. Known as Kalpalata, like Kalpalata. Bhuja Kalpavallim Ratnanguli Yalasadanguli Pallavadhyam. Think about a beautiful creeper. Okay? And at the end of the creeper, there are Pallava. Pallava, the new leaves are coming out. Think about a beautiful, creeper, and at the end there are beautiful new leaves are coming out. And those leaves are, the new leaves looks like red in color. And this leaves also looks red in color because they are all wearing rings. Ratna Anguliya Lasad Anguli Pallavadhyam. Bhagavati's fingers looks like so beautiful and, enchanting and reddish, like new leaves, also decorated with rings. Not just rings like what we wear, Ratna Anguliya. Rings made up of, different gems. Ratnanguliya Rasadanguli Pallavadhyam Manikya Hema Valayangada Shobhamanam. In the hand there are bangles. There are bangles in the hands of Jagadamba. How? Hema Valayangada. Of golden, bangles. So, how it is Valayangada? Hema Valayam. Think about, there's not just bangles of, what that half pavan what we put. This is thick, thick valayas, and it's all decorated with manikya. With gems it is studded with. Such beautiful, hands of Jagadamba. Manikya Hema Valaya Angada. So, in hands there are bangles and there are, on both arms, there are arm bands are there. In olden days, they used to put something. If you see the old pictures, etc., you can see that is known as Angada. Okay, like how we put here, they used to put this, known as armbands. Okay, that also. Palayangada Shobhamanam. So Devi's hands are shining forth so beautifully with all ornaments. And what is there in this Devi's hands? Pundrekshu Chapa Kusuma Ishusrinir Dadhanam. Pundra Ikshu. So Pundra Ikshu Chapa Kusuma Ishu Kusumeshu Srinihi Dadhana. So what is there in her hands? In the front left hand, there is a sugar cane. What kind of sugar cane? That is Pundrekshu, of bluish color. India had a variety of sugar cane known as Pundrekshu. Pundrekshu, it will be of a bluish color. It will be very red and bluish color. It was an indigenous variety which said to be very, very sweet. So, in her left hand, that Pundraikshu is there, down. And in right hand, lower hand, there is Kusuma Ishusrini. There's a bunch of arrows made up of Kusuma flowers. So left lower hand, there is a chapa, a bow made up of sugar cane. And in the right hand, there's panja. There are 5, arrows made up of flowers. What is this? Says, what do you mean by that? In Lalita Sahasranam, it comes very beautifully. What are these things? What is this, Panjaikshu and that? What is this bow? Manaha. Our mind is this chapa. Not our mind, the universal mind. And what are these 5 flowers? Panchabhuta. So, when the mind and the Panchabhutas are joined, this entire universe manifests. So, that is the rahasya. So, Pundrekshu Chapa Kusumeshu Srini. Srini means bunch of. Kusuma, flower. Ishu here, arrows. Srinihi, bunch of. 5 arrows. The 5 arrows represents the Pancha Bhuta. In Lalita Sahasranam, you remember? Srimada, Srimaharajnya, Srimad Simhasaneshwari, Chidakiri Kunda Sambhuda Devakaya, Udyat Bhanusaya, Srava Chadarbhaku, Ragaswarupa Pashadhya, Krodhakara Ankushujjala, Manorupekshu Kodanda, Panchatanmatra Sayaka. So Panchatanmatras, Panchabhuta, Shabdasparsharupa Sagandaha, they are the Panchatanmatras from which the mind and Panchatanmatra together makes this entire universe. So, bhajami, I worship Jagadamba's hands. Now, third is namami, I prostrate. Pratarnamami lalita charanayravindam bhakteshtadana nidatam bhavasindhupotam padmasanadisuranayaka pujaniyam Pashangushadvaja sudarshana lanchanadhyam. I do namaskara. Every day, the morning itself, I do namaskar. Namaskar to whom? Prataha namami charanaravindam. The lotus feet of Jagadamba. Lalita charanaravindam. Morning, I prostrate to the lotus feet of Jagadamba. What is that speciality of Bhagavati's feet? Bhakteshtadana niratam. Bhakta ishtadana niratam. One who is always engaged in granting boons to her devotees. Jagadamba's feet is like that, kalpavriksha, kalpalata, which is ever ready to grant, to fulfill the desires of her devotees. So, that is bhakte ishtadana niratam. Bhakta ishtadana niratam. Ever engaged to give, to fulfill the ishta, the desires of her devotees. Bhakte ishtadana niratam bhava sindhu potam. Also, Jagadamba's feet is like two boats. What kind of boats are they? They help us to cross over Bhavasagara. Bhava Sindhu Potam. They are like most beautiful boats which will help us to cross over the samsara. Bhava Sindhu Potam. So that I prostrate to Jagadamba's lotus feet every day morning, so that one thing is, it will fulfill all my desires. Not only fulfill my desires, but her feet is capable to take me across the ocean of samsara. So, Bhagavati, Jagadamba's, that's why 2 feet is there. One is for giving us to fulfill all our desires. The other is to take us across the ocean of samsara. One, if you take, then Bhagavati will give you your desires. So there are Chaturvidha bhajande mam jana surdinotjuna artho jitnyasur artharthi. There are 4 types of people who worship Ishvara. Who are they? Arthaha. Oh, there are so many problems in our life. When everything goes on well, who God? Which God? What God? There is no God. But then the same people, when when the calamities hit their life, then they start, why this is happening? No, please call that Jyotishi. Let us find out what happened. Up to that, when everything is going on well, nothing, no God. When the troubles start to come, so artha, when they are suffering from body pain, different kinds of afflictions, so they remember Bhagavan. Artha, jitnyasu, who want to study, want to know, then they worship Bhagavan. Artharthi, they need money, they need different comforts of life. They also worship Bhagavan. So, these are the 3 types of people. For them, 1 feet fulfill their desires. There are a very, very few of us who actually wish for moksha. So, for them also Jagadamba's pada is a boat. That's why it's known as, one is the two boats, one takes us to samsara, another takes us to moksha. So if you take whichever boat you enter, then it will take you there, but then don't complain, okay? So Bhagavati's padas are like that, which will fulfill all our desires, if you want that. But when we are fulfilling our desires, along with the fulfillment of desires, we will develop vasanas. That vasanas will bring us back. But there is another poda which will take us to moksha, which will remove all the vasanas when our mind is fixed on the supreme state. So Bhagavati's feet are like that. So in one is bhakte ishtadana niratam, bhakta ishtadana niratam, which is ready to fulfill all the desires of her devotees. Or bhava sindhu potam, or which is ready to take us across the ocean of bhava sindhu, samsara sagar. Padmasanadi suranayaka pujaniyam. Jagadamba's feet is that which is worshipped by the Padmasanadi. Padmasanadi, Brahma, etc. All the devatas, they all worship the holy feet of Jagadamba. Padmasana Brahma, Adi, etc. Brahma, Indra, Agni, Yama, Nirdi, Varuna, all of them worship the lotus feet of Jagadamba. Padmasanadi Suranayaka Pujaniyam. Suranayaka, the great devatas. No, the leaders of the devatas. Like, as I said, Brahmaji, Indra, Agni, etc. They all worship Jagadamba's holy feet every day. Because of that punya only they are remaining in their status. So, Padmasanadi Suranayaka Pujaniyam. And if you look at down, below Jagadamba's feet, you will see some holy signs. Like, we have in our hand, there are rekhas. Like that, there are lines under the feet also. Okay, so how Jagadamba's feet, that lines under feet look? Padma, Ankusha, Dvaja, Sudarshana, Lanchanadhyam. Those feet look like, that lines look like some marks of Padma. Like a lotus is there. Now, today when you go back to room, try to find what are the reghas are there in our feet. That will be very disgusting. But this is Jagadamba's feet is Padma. There is a mark of a lotus. Ankusha, the mark of a Ankusham. And Dvaja, the mark of a flag. Ankusha is that which they used to control the elephants, etc. And Sudarshana, and there is a beautiful line of Sudarshana chakra. So there is a chakra, there is a pataka, there is a flag, and then this is this Ankusha and Padma. These are the holy signs which are there, at the bottom of Jagadamba's holy feet. Padmangusha Dvaja Sudarshana Lanchanadhyam. So that's what I do, namaskar every day. So the moment I open my eyes, smarami. Then I worship, bhajami, Jagadamba's, hands. And then I do namaskar to Jagadamba's lotus feet. Then I sit down and then I start to sing. Pratastuve Parashivam Lalitam Bhavanim Trayanda Vedya Vibhavam Karunanavadyam Vishwasya Srishti Vilayastiti Hetu Bhutam Vishweshwarim Nigamavang Manasati Duram. I chant the names of Jagadamba. Pratastuve, I chant, I repeat. Stuve, I worship with the words, souls. Pratastuve, I chant. What? Parashivam, I remember the names of Jagadamba. Like Parashivam, she is Parashiva. What do we mean Parashiva? Lalitambika. Okay. Parashiva means the most auspicious goddess. One who is the Shakti of Parameshwara. Parashakti. Parashivam, Lalitam. Another name of Jagadamba, Lalite. Lalitam. Another is Bhavani. Bhavani, Bhavasya Stri. The wife of Bhava, Shiva. Bhavani Trayanta Vedya Vibhavam. Who is Jagadamba? Jagadamba is Trayanta Vedya Vibhava. The one who is known as the essence of three Vedas. The three Vedas. Trayanta, the end of the three Vedas. That is Vedanta, Upanishad. Trayanta Vedyam. That which is indicated by Upanishad. What is that which is indicated by Upanishad? Paramatma. Trayanta Vedya Vibhavam. Who is this Jagadamba Lalita Tripurasundari? This Lalita Tripurasundari is none other than Paramatma, who is indicated by the last portion of Vedas. So, Vedanta Vedyam. The one who is known through Upanishads. Who is that? Parabrahma Sarupini. So, Pratastuve Parashivam Lalitam Bhavanim Trayanta Vedya Vibhavam. That word, three Vedas. Trayanta, Vedanta, Vedyam, that which is indicated by the Vedanta, Vibhavam, of the nature of. So, one who is of the nature of that subject which is indicated by the last portion of Vedas, means Parabrahma Sarupini, one who is indicated as Parabrahma. Karuna Anavadyam. Oh, and who is she? She is Anavadya Karuna. Means Ahaituka Kripa Sindhu. See, this Jagadamba, only hope for a jiva to come out of this samsara is only her grace. Why are we here? We are here so that somehow Jagadamba feels some karuna for us. You know, if a bit of Jagadamba's compassion falls on us, we are saved. Sri Narada says, see, all this para bhakti, para anubhava, etc., how is it possible? This is not possible by our own effort. Says, mukhyatastu mahat kripaya eva. How that para bhakti, parajnana, etc. will come to our heart? Mainly because of the blessings of Mahatmas. See, there's a beautiful story in the 11th skanda of Bhagavata. You might have heard it. It is known as the gurus of Dattatreya, Dattatreya. The story is there. Among the gurus of Dattatreya, one guru is Pingala. Do you remember Pingala? Who was Pingala? Pingala was a prostitute. She was a Vaishyastri. How come the Vaishyastri became the guru of a Avadhuta? Says, this lady was, there was no business that day. So she was feeling very uncomfortable. So she is in the first floor of her building, and then she comes out to the veranda and see if somebody is coming. Nobody is coming. She goes in. After some time, she comes out and see nobody. She felt very bad. What is this? No business. And one moment, she felt, oh my God, what am I doing? Bhagavan is always there in the deep heart of mine. One who gives so much of joy and pleasure and completeness. Leaving this Bhagavan, I am searching for these mortals, whose body is filled with all filthy things. And she never came out. Do you think that this is possible? But it became possible because Dattatreya was watching that woman and he felt compassion in his heart. He felt that, oh my God, when, swantas sukham, when antera mandam, when that Bhagavan who is always playing, in the heart, leaving that Bhagavan, this lady is, my God, what is she doing? When that compassion came to this Mahatma's heart, it reflected on this woman. See, that is the compassion of Mahatma. If Mahatmas feel some compassion, we are saved. Otherwise, so Mukhyadastu Mahat Kripaya eva, or Ishwara Kripa Leshaduva. Now, from where to find out Mahatmas? Very difficult. There are many people who are known, they write their name as Mahatma, so and so, but we do not know what Mahatma is that. But the real Mahatmas are very, very rare to find, especially in Kali Yuga. So now, from where we will get, is there any way for us? Yes. What is that? Ishwara Kripa Leshat. if one drop of Bhagavati's Kripa falls on us, we are saved. Our heart will be filled with so much of love for Bhagavan, Bhakti, Jnana, Vairagya. Every day we say, Bhakti, Jnana, Vairagya, Siddhyartham, Vidya, Vinaya, Praptyartham, Dharmartha, Kamam. What all this? So this is our prayer, O Bhagavati. Please fill our heart with Bhakti, Jnana, Vairagya. Let Vidya and Vinaya be with us. All other things which will come and go, but let there be Bhakti, Jnana, Shraddha, Bhakti, Jnana, Vairagya. Oh, it is there, we are saved. So, here also says, little of Bhagavati's Kripa, if it falls on us, Karuna Anavadyam. Okay. No, see, to have Karuna, compassion on us, we should have done something, no? What are we doing? Think about, we are in this holy ashram, in such a, sacred place. And what do we do? After Jagadamba brought us here, what do we do? Think about, where are our minds? What is happening in our mind? And think about Bhagavati's Kripa. So, see, even when everything is so suitable, even then our mind is running after things. So, by our own parishrama, it is very difficult. That's why Jagadamba's grace, what kind of grace? Anavadyam Karuna. That grace without any cause. It's not that we are actually fit for the compassion of Jagadamba. No. But Mother's compassion is causeless compassion. It's not because we deserve it, but it is her nature. Now, whoever prostrate in front of her, she feels compassionate. Karunanavadyam Vishwasya Srishti Vilaya Sthiti Hetu Bhutam. Who is this Ishwari? Who is Jagadamba? Yadova imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti yat prayanti abhisam visandeti. So from where all this universe came to exist, in whom all this universe exists, to whom everything goes back. That is Ishwari. That is Paramatma. That is Parabrahma Swarupini Jagadambika. So that is why here also Jagadamba. Who is Jagadamba? Vishwasya, of this universe, Srishti, Kriya, the creation, Vilaya, where everything goes back, dissolution, and Sthiti, existence. From who generated this world, one who protects this world, into whom all the worlds merges back. That is Parameshwara, that is Jagadamba. Vishwasthiti, Srishti Sthiti Pralaya, Srishti Vilaya, Sthiti Hetu Bhutam. Vishweshwari, because of that, she is the master, she is the empress of this universe. Vishwa Ishwari. The entire universe is under her control. We may think that everything is under control. Nothing is under control. Really, when we breathe out, whether that breath will come in is not in our control. Our nishwasa, shwasa, nishwasa also not in our control. Do we really? That's why, sometimes we should think and sit and think. We think that everything is going because of us. Nothing is happening because of us. One moment. That's only it takes to end everything. So, never ever feel that I am the doer. We are just an instrument at her hand. So, Vishweshwarim, she is the creator, she is the sustainer, she is the dissolver, she is the protector. Have faith in her. Apadi kim karaniyam. Whenever there is a problem in our life, when we are in dilemma, what we should do? Bhajet. No. Jagadamba says, Bhajet Charanayugalam Ambikayaha. Remember the lotus feet of Jagadamba. Worship her. She will save us. Vishweshwarim. She is the goddess of this entire universe. Nigama Vang Manasa Atiduram. Oh, so how can we find out this about this Jagadamba? I am going to study. What? All the Vedas and all the Agamas. Even if you study the entire Vedic and Agamic text, still, just by studying Shastra, Mother cannot be to be experienced. Nigama Vak Manasa Atiduram. She is far, far, far away from all scriptures and all words. Natatra Vaggachati. Na manaha, na bitmaha, na bijanimaha, kadhamedadanushishyaamidhi. Guru says, see, Shishya says, please tell me about the supreme truth. Oh my dear, the words cannot, enshrine it. The words cannot express that truth. Even the mind cannot even imagine it. Why? Because the mind, the word, they are all made up of Panchabhutas. They are all products of the 5 elements. And Jagadamba is far beyond. So, Manasati Duram, she is far away, far beyond. Okay? Vishwasya srishti vilayastiti hetu bhutam Vishweshwarim Nigama Vak. Nigama Vak, the words of Nigama. Nigama, the Tantra. And also Veda. Manasa Atiduram, and far from the mind also. Now, last one. Pratarvadami lalite tava punyanama. Please repeat. Pratarvadami lalite tava punyanama. Kameshwariti Kamaleti Maheshwariti Sri Shambhaviti Jagatam Janani Pareti Vagdevateti Vachasa Tripurasundari Prataha Vachasa Vadami, and I chant your names. With my speech, I always chant your names. What name do you chant? Lalite Tava Punya Nama. I chant your divine names. How? Kameshwariti, the goddess of Kama. Kama is not less. Kama means Sampurna, the Ananda Swarupini. Kameshwariti, Kamaleti, Maheshwariti. So, I worship you as Kameshwari, as Kamala. Kamala, Mahalakshmi. Maheshwari, as Durga. Shri Shambhaviti. Shambhavi, Shambho Shakti. The power of Shambhu, Shiva, Shivani. Jagatam Janani. And I worship you as the mother of this universe, Para iti. And I also worship you as the supreme being. Vagdevateti. I also worship you as Saraswati. So I worship you as Saraswati, Lakshmi, Durga, Parvati, different names I chant. Parit Vagdevateti Vachasa Tripurasundari, one who is the goddess of Tripura. What are the Tripuras? Stula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira and Karma Sharira. So these Tripuras. So you hear about the Leela of Bhagavan, Tripurantaka. There were 3. The story goes like this. There were 3 Asuras. They worshipped Brahma and got some special boons. And what they did, they made 3 towns in the universe. One was in the earth with iron, another in the space with silver, and the third in the heavens in gold. Tripura. And They were residing in this. These puras were not ordinary, it was always moving. And with this moving, force, they conquered the whole world. Bhuloka, Antarikshaloka, Swargaloka, everything is conquered. And Devatas as Manushya and Siddha, all of them are in very bad shape. So they all went to Bhagavan Shri Parameshwara. Bhagavan, please save us, please save us. See, Bhagavan said, now I can't do anything, you wait. Why? Because Brahma has given them in Veda that once in 10,000 years, these three puras will come in one line. That day alone, anybody can destroy Tripura. So you have to wait. And they all waited. And then came that moment where the old Tripuras are aligned in one line. And that time Sri Parameshwara came. The earth itself was the chariot, and Sri Brahmaji became the bow, and the Mahavishnu became the arrow. And when they all three came, that is the time Bhagavan showed the arrow, and that burned the three puras. So known as Tripuranta. So we were discussing that day, about Shivaratri. So each yama, something happened. So first yama, what happened? Anybody remembers? First yama, Bhagavan drank that hala. That's why Bhagavan is not Nilakanta. So in Shivaratри's first, there are 4 yama puja. The entire night we do 4 yama puja. In the first yama we should meditate Bhagavan as Nilakanta. Means because that is the time where Bhagavan drank the poison. So poison for not to commit suicide, it will save the world. See, Devatas and Asuras want to churn the entire this Kshirasagara. And what they want all kinds of positive things. But when they start to churn, the Vasuki was the rope, poor thing. They were churning, and from the mouth of Vasuki, hala, kalakuta, a terrible poison came out. When the poison came, everybody ran away. If it will fall on the universe will be perished. So Sri Parameshwara took it and he drank it. So when Bhagavan drank it, Saraswati caught hold of his neck so that it will not go down. Vishnu covered his mouth. It should not come out. So that hala became stuck into Bhagavan's throat. See, so many things are there in the story. You see, one thing is when there is negative things happens in our life, we should not allow them to enter into us. It will destroy us. We should not push it out also, because then it will destroy the families, it will destroy the relationships, it will destroy the entire society. So we should have that ability to put it on our neck only. We never take it in. Okay, that's why Bhagavan is not as Nilakanta. Nowadays, many of when once upon a time, Raja Ravivarma, etc. used to paint. Devata's form, etc. Those times they knew what our Purana, etc. But nowadays, they paint Sri Parameshwara in blue color. You will see everywhere Sri Parameshwara is painted in blue color. But Bhagavan Sri Parameshwara is never in blue color. He is Karpura Gauram, Rajatagiri Samam Syan. Rajatagiri means his body is like a silver mountain. Such a such a handsome, such a attractive, such wide body is Sri Parameshwara's. Only here there is that blue. That's why he is not a... Think about, if entire body is blue, you can see this, like, no. Only there is that bluish, a color to show his compassion. So what is the tattva of all this? You see, when we churn the mind, when we do the japa, when we do different sadhanas, it is very natural that lot of negativities will come out. If you really take up sadhanas, the first thing what will happen is, all the negative feelings, anger, jealousy, frustration comes out. Please don't get frightened with it. That has to be flushed out. All those negativities has to go. But then how to, we will not be able to contain it. We will not be able to control it. So what we should do? We should offer that to Guru. Only Guru can help us to handle the negative emotions. So that's why Shiva is Gurave Sarvalokanam. Bhagavan is the Sarvaloka Guru. So that is first yama. Second yama, what happened in Shivaratri? Second yama is Bhagavan appeared as Lingodbhava Murti. Bhagavan appeared in the form of a mountain of fire in order to remove the ahankara of Brahma and Vishnu. So that's a Lingodbhava Murti. Third one, in the third yama, Bhagavan married Sri Parvati. What happened the fourth yama? Fourth yama happened Tripura Jayam. Sri Jagat Bhagavan conquered the Tripuras. Tripuraji. What is Tripura? Tripura is our three puras, our Stula, Sukshma, Karana, Sharira. These are the puras which is governed by Rakshasas. How can we conquer this Tripura? How can we come out of this identification with three bodies? We have to practice meditation. When we practice meditation and when we are able to enter into that point where all the three are aligned together in Samadhi, that is the time where Jnana Agni can destroy it. See, all these stories of Purana, it might have happened also, okay? Otherwise, Rishis will not tell. But why so many things happen? Why Rishis are only telling some stories? Because those stories have a spiritual significance also. So, what is Tripura Jaya? Tripura Jaya is the conquering of all our three shariras. Three sharira means identification with three shariras. So, who is Bhagavati? Tripureshwari. One who is the goddess of the Tripura and one who is actually help us to go beyond Tripura. No? That is the Auma and Tudiyam. Tudiyam Kapi. Tudiya Kapi. Not Kapi. Kapi means she is the Turiya. Turiya, one who manifests as all these three worlds, Jagrata, Swapna, Sushupti, Stula, Sukshma, Karana, Sharira, and at the same time, she is beyond all that. Tripureshwari. So every day, Padami, I chant Jagadamba's name. So this is Panja, 5 slokas on the meditation of Sri Lalita. So every day when we chant this with meaning, then it becomes very, very meditative for all of us. Okay? Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.